Unquestionably, the population constitutes the greatest challenge.
Democracy is all about inclusion. It's all about people. It's all about development.
Today, this state has more people than both the Benin and Togo republics. As if this critical situation were not enough, a great majority of the population of 16 million people resides in this relatively small area, which lately has grown to include Ikorodu urban area. A situation which has made the state, and particularly the Lagos metropolis, the most densely populated in Africa. Apart from this, the population growth rate is about 3.8%, making it one of the fastest in the world. According to the UN population reports, by the year 2015, Lagos would have a population of 25 million people, ranking it the third largest populated mega city behind Jakarta, Indonesia, and Brasilia in Brazil.
We continue to provide for you. We continue to create job opportunity. We continue to do everything at our best.
The first area of priority is this. For a state tacked at various times the live wire of the nation, the commercial, industrial, and financial nerve center, a land of great opportunity, movement of people and goods constitute a challenge. A responsive administration will therefore pursue this area with determination and serious commitment. Apart from massive rehabilitation of roads that characterized the early period of the administration, besides the quality of work done, such complementary facilities like street lights, telephone and water points are indications of not only service-oriented programs, but more importantly, the strong desire to ensure better social well-being of the citizenry.
The economic prosperity of our people, in the prosperity of our people, in the going down the road is terrible.
The road was bad, and you know, this affects us in this area because an hour, 30 minutes journey might turn to an hour journey or more than. But now that the road is good, you know, sometimes people used to avoid this road. Like when you are coming here, you might, because of the bad road, avoid it and go the other way around. But now that the road is okay, everybody is happy.
The conscious efforts to transform the roads have touched such important roads like Awolowo Ikoyi, where traffic used to be a nightmare, the Gali Ayonide Street, Adeola Odeku, and Akin Adeshola, all on the Victoria Island and Ikoyi axis of the state. Other roads include Alakuko and Abaronje Kerube in the northeast of the state. There is also the Ajiro Road in the Chiosa area. This road, like similar ones, of the terrain reflects total commitment to quality and long-lasting job.
Happy over the construction, and I'm sure they all appreciate what have been done by the government of Lagos State in the construction of this road.
The high population has made Lagos and its environs to effectively exercise an economic and demographic dominance over not only the rest of the state, but the entire West Africa sub-region. This situation has created large presence of industrial and commercial establishments. There is always constant haulage, and in addition to the general low topography, the roads wear out quite often. To do away completely or reduce this condition to the very minimum, the administration started massive reconstruction and maintenance in the year 2005, tagged Operation 1000 Roads in 90 days. A program to resurface and reconstruct roads in all the local government areas in the state.
I commend them because I commend the state government for what they are doing. Actually, they've tried all their best in this Lupeju community, so I love what they are doing.
In fact, the road they rough before, where basically all our body don't weak finish. So as they do now, we're happy as they try. And not only this road though, the road plenty where they will help us do for inside Lagos State, not only here.
How this road don't affect the business now?
As they do finish, we enjoy now. The road they helele.
This is the only link road coming into Aguda, or going in Aguda, or coming outside with Aguda. This is the only link road. From here, you can go to Eric Moore, National Theatre, Stadium, other places, even Badagry. From here, there's no other place. All people living at Ejigbo, Mafoluk, when they close from Lekki, Lagos, they have to pass through this place to go to their house, because many a times you find the express very blocked.
Before prior to the rehabilitation, it was very bad, unmotorable, so to say, right? And anytime it rains, in fact, it was usually worse. So, you know, of recent, I saw some people, you know, with their equipment. They said they were working for the Lagos State government. They came for the repair, and well, since then, at least, people have been moving freely. So, and it does not end here, right? You know, they went as far as Iponwon, and, you know, everywhere in Ekpe has been presently covered. And we thank the Lagos State government for that gesture.
Actually, it's now helping my business, because before, when this road was rough, people don't used to come to my shop. They will say, Martha, I will not come because this your road is so rough. But now they are coming. They are coming.
In order to sustain and imbibe the road maintenance culture, an agency solely responsible for developing and running very efficient transportation network was established. The Lagos Metropolitan Transport Authority, LAMATA. Amongst the functions of this new agency is ensuring that roads repaired, especially the agency, are monitored and maintained to avoid any damage or disrepair. LAMATA, since establishment, has added value and a bit of impression in some areas. To ensure that this very important infrastructure receives the maximum attention required, the Public Works Corporation, the government arm that used to be solely responsible in the past for road maintenance and rehabilitation, was restructured for greater efficiency. Equipped with adequate personnel and resources, PWC now responds faster in carrying out roads repairs and rehabilitation, especially in the Lagos metropolis, where there is large network of roads.
a better way to do our job to the satisfaction, not only of our people, but that of God Almighty, who has stood with us up to now and who will continue to stay with us because we are committed to the people's development and we stay above board.
Due to the utmost importance of the sector, particularly due to our standard socially and economically, education will continue to receive total and uncompromising attention. This administration has emphasized this commitment at almost every forum and opportunity and has continually looked for ways and means of not only increasing the facilities but has established a niche for outstanding learning structure.
Our good health of our citizens are dedicated to us.
By May 2005, 27 primary and secondary schools cutting across the state were either rehabilitated or totally reconstructed at the total cost of 400 million naira. The second phase of the program had seen the completion of 4 formerly abandoned secondary school structures. 16 were rehabilitated, while 15 were reconstructed. The total amount spent on this phase alone was 375 million naira.
I really thank the governor for building this school for us because it has been a long time that we have waiting for this opportunity. I will thank the governor for giving us this kind of gift. And we know that he's still going to do more because in his reaction we know that he's going to try very hard.
We benefited because previous year ago, we are in the classroom. Our staff room is not normally organized. Our classroom, we are even sitting down on doors. But now we know that as God has done this for us, we are going to move from this to glory.
As resolute as the administration is to improving the infrastructure in this sector, the overwhelming situation must be pointed out. Here are the facts. By the second term of the 2004-2005 academic year, the number of primary schools in Lagos State stood at 934, junior secondary schools 303, while there were 294 schools for senior secondary. And virtually every school building requires some form of rehabilitation. However, in spite of the tremendous work to be done, coupled with other competing social demands, the administration remains steadfast and totally committed to enhancing and properly placing education where it deserves. This commitment is further shown in the policy to ensure that all SS3 students are given the opportunity to sit for the final school certificate examinations. This administration believes that no student must be barred from the examinations as a result of poor background. By May year 2005, a total sum of 727.2 million naira had been expended on over 420,000 students since year 2000 when the scheme started. The payment of examinations fees did not stop at the senior secondary school level alone. It has been extended to the junior secondary school students as well. 135 million naira was paid as junior secondary examinations for 90,000 students for the academic year 2004-2005, while the sum of 120 million naira was also paid for 8,000 candidates for junior secondary school certificate examination.
I think it's what again is student in public school, because if you look at it, the WAEC fees are being paid, money for practicals, infrastructures are there, your labs are there without you paying the bubble. I think it's very wonderful.
Average family of 6 or 8 with 2 or 3 children in the same school, and they are poor. So by the time you ask 3 of them to pay examination, you are talking of about 7,500, 2,500 each. The entire capital they used to roast corn, roast body, is not up to 2,000. So you will have caused 3 of those children to drop out. And what are they going to do? Street trading, hawking. You stimulate. You have caused poverty. You have stimulated poverty rather than fighting the poverty, rather than assisting them. That is why in Lagos State, regardless, no discrimination, we will pay your examination fee. Keep the children in the class. Give them the opportunity.
The historical, political, as well as the expansive growth of the city of Lagos and its environs have made it quite imposing and domineering. The state is always categorized as highly urbanized. The fact on ground is that a vast majority of the state area falls within rural, semi-rural, and riverine. The administration has taken it as a priority to ensure that these areas that serve as ample opportunities for accommodating the excess population from the city of Lagos are provided with enough facilities to improve on the socio-economic activities. Here is the first area of commitment.
Lagos State Government, Ministry of Rural Development, flag commemorating the official commissioning of Black Water Micro Water Scheme by His Excellency the President Ahmed Tinubu, Governor of Lagos State, on Wednesday 9th
By May 2005, 3 micro-water schemes had been constructed in the rural areas of the state, while 12 had been rehabilitated and over 200 different motorized boreholes, hand pumps, and wells had been sunk. Areas like Odumola, Erepoto, Ibola, Temu, Epe, Laga, Ewuelepe, and Abashimo in Ikorodu. Others include Otelu, Shiriwon in Lekki, and Orimedu Ibeju, and Orile Lason in Etiosa. And others now have treated water projects serving them.
So according to the water system that the state government provides for us, so what we like, we really love it so much. So since we have been doing these things, so we have no problem of water again.
The local government happens to cover over 400 square kilometers. That's about 1/7 of the total landmass of Lagos State. And prior to his administration, the only legacy of the state was the Maroko-Epe Expressway. And after the session of his own administration, he had gone into various projects within the local government, various road rehabilitation, various electrification projects, one of Badore is there. This present one we have here, Labora Wode is there, Iokojo Elemoro is there, and others even at our own sister local government at Lekki. So that shows the kind of focus this local government is getting from this excellency, and that's the only way this local government can develop, being a rural local government with potentials for both industrial and tourism ventures.
By the end of year 2004, over 190 million naira had also been spent on rural electrification projects. In year 2004, 23 of these projects were completed and hooked to the national grid. Some of the newly completed projects include Odonisha and Mataku, Ikosi, Ejiri, Okeagbo, Anararomi, Imota, Ajelogo, Ijede, Kotoa-Ikorodu, and Topo New Site, and Ahave in Badagry.
Of God Almighty, the economic benefits of our people, social progress, and political.
Lagos State Government, Ministry of Rural Development, display commemorates former commissioning of rural electrification scheme of Agbasuraye by His Excellency the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, until Friday, 13th May 2005. I Commissioner. Chairman, come here now. Chairman. Committee Chairman. I dedicate this Ayetoro Rural Electrification Project in Agbado Kyoto local government. I'm sorry, I'm carrying a hang-up on the hangover. I dedicate this electrification project in Ayetoro and Jokoro local government to the glory of God Almighty, economic prosperity of our people.
In fact, we are in a total darkness, but thank God that He has turned this community to a day moonlight, and for this, it is beyond human being imagination.
Besides the improvement on the physical development, considerable energy to enhancing the income-generating potentials of the rural dwellers was also expended. Since farming is the main sustenance, training in fishing, poultry, as well as crop farming were intensified, and many people, including the rehabilitated area boys and girls, benefited. The fishermen were provided with giant freezers and electricity generating sets at Okunse, Shiriwon in Lekki area, and Itehu in Badagry. These facilities have been helping the local fishermen to preserve their catches and prevent wastage and spoilage that used to prevail. Our pilot piggery project was also set up at Mataku in Ekpe, another in Egon, and Logbere in Ikosi area. Besides this, 3-ton cassava processing machine was also provided for the farmers of Ibua Power in Ekpe. Realizing the roles of women in the national building and upliftment of the general well-being of the people, the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration initiated programs for the enhancement of the economic status of the women folk. By May 2005, over 7,000 women had been trained in such vocations like soap, pomade and hat making, pottery, weaving, tie and dye, balloon decoration, quite a popular vocation amongst young ladies who want to seize the opportunity and advantages of the various celebrations and parties prevalent. There's also hairdressing and catering. Besides the free skilled acquisition training, the administration provided take-off materials for 4,000 beneficiaries.
This way. Don't block it in that way. This thing, Abba. Madam,
Today, the Women Development Centers at Ogba, Ikorodu, Ekpe and Badagry have been restructured and fully equipped to meet the expectations of the administration. Over 3,000 women have been trained in these centers in the last 3 years. This is another concrete commitment to upgrading the less privileged in the society. This skill acquisition center is designed to accommodate about 1,000 participants in 2 shifts. The concentration will be young school leavers and those for one reason or another could not finish their secondary schools. However, women will be the primary target and focus. The training here as well will be totally free and come with provision of materials and support to start up the beneficiaries. Lagos State rural and riverine women are versed in farming. To further encourage and stimulate more interest, the Abia farm in Badagry division and the farm at Odoginyo Ekpe have been reinforced and made to increase production in livestock, cassava planting and processing, and palm oil processing. The Lagos metropolis inhabitants also benefited, where 700 poverty alleviation equipment like pepper grinding and block making machines and telecommunication equipment were distributed to beneficiaries of the poor.
I thought it's something that will be so difficult for me. But when I come, this is the 5th day. Everything, when we want to go out for wedding, when they charge us about 25,000, 50,000, this is what we come and learn free of charge. I thank God and I thank God will bless them. I will continue to practice because practice is the same makes perfect. I know for these 2 weeks I've gained a lot of experiences, but when I get home I want to go and establish, buy materials on my own and continue to decorate.
It is about commitment to improving the general well-being of the masses. The governor also delved into providing quick and free legal assistance. The Citizens' Right Office, an alternative to dispute resolution, was also established. The system provides friendly settlement whenever there is a dispute, rather than the displeasure and unnecessary stress always associated with such matters. Several cases between landlords and tenants, the most popular, lenders and borrowers, family members, employers and employees, and others are also dealt with. In the year 2004 alone, about 8,000 invitations were issued, and about 1/3 of the issues were resolved in friendly atmosphere.
For us, democracy is not just a word or cliché, and therefore we were determined not to pay mere lip service to it. Over the years, and within the normal budgetary and management constraints, we have kept faith with our vision of building the most vibrant, rights-friendly, and transparent judiciary in Africa.
I'm sorry, we'd like to call on the Honorable Justice A.A. Alabi, the Honorable Chief Judge of Lagos State.
Judiciary. Have the honor.
Just making an analogy is not correct. So by the time you went there, that 2003, he has broken the law, take everything.
However, the error reflecting the administration's total commitment to helping the masses in the judicial matters is the Office of the Public Defenders.
I did my workshop, Jeje. They work for my daily bread. Now so big man with him big car, come jam me. When we trace am going house, now so you throw me out like goat. Me I dey for pain. Big man dey sit wine. I can't go for the Office of the Public Defender. Now so better lawyer with better sense listen to my story. So big man said he put hand for back for court. Lawyer no go gree. Judge said no believe the thing wey dey hear. Big man come they look like mumu. My people, Lagos State government don't pay lawyers to defend we poor people. Governor Bola Tinubu don't ready to defend the defenseless. If anybody mess you, go to the Office of the Public Defender, where lawyers could take your case to court free of charge. This not be joke, free of charge.
For the year 2004, about 600 petitions in both civil and criminal matters were received. Some of the important matters in this area include payment of compensation to victims of human rights abuse, welfare, widows' rights, and death benefits.
My mom, before we lost our mom, we lost our daddy on October 24th, 2002. And so that period, our uncles and our aunties, our village people, they were like, they wanted to take everything my daddy had from my mom. The house, the 2 cars, a bus and a car from her. So when she denied everything and the account, they wanted to collect the passbook. They were asking her for so many things and she denied everything. So they were threatening her that if she didn't bring it, that they would do this to her, they would do that to her. At the end of the day, they couldn't get it. So when she came back, she fell sick due to I don't know what they did to her. They have really helped us. They have really helped us. When we lost our mom, we had nobody there. Everybody just left us. We even slept with the cops for a day inside our room. Me and my younger ones, we slept there with the cops. They left us. At the end of the day, they came back. They took the cops away. They sent my 4 siblings to school just on scholarship without payment. Even their clothing, their feeding, everything about their schooling. They've been taking care of it. My daddy's uncompleted building, they helped us to roof 2 rooms there, apartment, and we've been staying. They've helped us in so many ways. They've been helping us. We had nothing, but it was from their purse. All this was taken care of. And
without exaggeration, by the first quarter of the year 2005, cleanliness in the Lagos metropolis had started to be taken for granted. Many areas that used to be noted for heaps of refuse have begun to be acknowledged and admired for tidiness and inviting surroundings. Today, many streets in the city of Lagos feature prominently in the home video scenes, without people realizing that not too long ago, they were categorized and tagged as very dirty and shameful. clean environment is indeed a topmost priority of this administration. As a matter of fact, restoring the pride of Lagos as a clean city has been adopted as a policy thrust.
For the avoidance of doubt, no market or motor garage operator should henceforth dump refuse on highways, road medians, barges, lagoons, streams, wetlands, and loops. You must organize your place. Any mechanic, any workshop, any garage that I pass through and find waste on their median or around them, loosely, not organized, I will close them down. It's not limited to the market alone. All motor parks, if they don't have from today on containers, bags to organize the pure water, the refuse, when you go to major parks, they live as if they are in the jungle. Lagos is Lagos. It is not jungle. You either obey our law or go to your own jungle.
Besides the non-payment of the local government's allocations by the federal government, a situation that could have derailed all the laudable projects of the administration, if not for the doggedness and unflinching commitment, the administration also has to contend with a huge generation of refuse on hourly basis, if not moment-by-moment basis. A factor arising from a large and highly concentrated population in a relatively small area. To get to the present clean stage, the administration engaged 17 viable waste management companies to collect and dispose refuse from many areas. These companies now ensure that no area within their operating zones is littered and uncatered for. The energy and resources committed to cleanse the environment strongly attest to the strength and range of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Besides the two factors of non-payment of the local government allocations and high volume of refuse generated daily, there are also the unwholesome, dirty habits of some people, as well as the deliberate actions by some mischievous ones who are bent in frustrating the cleaning goals of the administration. To sustain the present cleanliness, the three main dump sites have been rehabilitated. The site at Olusosun by Ojota, Abule Egba along the Abeokuta Expressway, and Solus on Iba Road are now with all the necessary infrastructure, like all-weather road, illumination, and additional tipping fingers. The sustainability of these efforts is reinforced by the clearance of illegal dams at various places, as well as illegal structures that used to deface the landscape. In response and support, some corporate bodies as well as individuals have started to improve on some designated areas. By and large, some places have started to wear environmentally accommodating and friendly look. Also, to sustain this very important aspect and to prevent the seemingly intractable flooding, the administration concentrated on massive cleaning of chambers, conduits and collectors' drains at Anikotamo, Adeniji Adele Outfall, Apata Ilori, Bagada, Bariga, Shomolu and Oboru Drain, as well as Etienri Canal. The ultimate aim, underneath the commitment and energy to provide these infrastructural facilities, besides improving the socio-economic well-being of the citizenry, is also to ensure strong and healthy people. Our peak at the records in the health sector will not only pinpoint the administration's commitment, but will clearly show that the government of Lagos State is deeply concerned about the consequences of ill-motivated policies and programs in this sector and wants to chart a new and positive transformation of the state into a more vibrant, progressive, and hopeful place. Malaria today is still the #1 killer in Africa. Its prevalence is quite high and cuts across every stratum. The loss of valuable time at work or at school or even socially due to malaria-related illness takes a great deal of toll on the economy and any meaningful progress. To cut down on this, the administration embarked on full-scale battle against malaria. In year 2004, over 140 million naira was spent on the treatment of the disease and other diseases like tuberculosis and leprosy. A total number of 287,760,000 patients were treated under the free malaria program. Another indication of the seriousness attached to the health sector is revealed here. By May 2005, a sum of 135 million naira had been spent on treatment of patients outside Nigeria for such cases that could not be handled effectively at home. Apart from the regular operations in the teaching and general hospitals, maternity wards and health clinics, several avenues were also initiated to provide easier health treatments. The limb deformity, reconstructive and rehabilitation, designed to correct various forms of limb deformity. The objective, of course, just like this program of the administration, is to improve the quality of life of those afflicted with deformity. By the second quarter of year 2005, over 800 patients had been screened. 82 of them were successfully operated and rehabilitated. 200 were referred for physiotherapy. In collaboration with the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the United States of America, surgical and medical services were carried out in Badagry, Lagos Island, where 6,880 patients were screened. 455 were operated upon for such surgical problems like hernia, appendicitis, and defective eyes. Many were treated and discharged without any payment whatsoever. open heart surgery was also carried out on 5 patients by a group of Nigerian surgeons based in the United States of America, and in benevolent show of support and appreciation for the administration to provide good health for the people, the surgeons donated medical equipment and consumables worth over 100 million naira to the state. The equipment are now for the benefits of the people at the new critical care unit, Lagos State University Teaching Hospital.
The first 24 hours is the most critical for post-cardiac surgery. And within the first 8 hours, we always pray that the machine, which is called ventilator, that helps them to breathe, that before they come to intensive care, that is being discontinued, that is being activated medically, so we can start. Because if they're not, it makes the healing process longer. So the first 12 hours, we have to be able to get them to sit up, wake up, get out of bed, and within 24 hours they have to start walking. And which is a new thing that was started about 5-10 years ago. Before it used to be they used to stay 1 month in the hospital. And the next...
Due to increase in the incidence of hypertension and diabetes in the community, the administration carried out screening exercise in several places. About 21,500 people were screened. Those discovered to be hypertensive or diabetic were promptly treated, and were serious were referred for further treatment at the various state hospitals. But by far, the most penetrating and most popular is the blindness prevention program. By May year 2005, not only has the program become well known, but it has virtually taken over as one of the legacies of Bola Tinubu.
Why? Okay, close the other eye. What's up now?
The Jigi Bola took off in a most dramatic manner and is now being copied in other states. In year 2004 alone, over 20,000 people were tested. Our total number, 1,022 operations were carried to remove cataract, glaucoma, and other eye defects. A greater number, about 10,000, were provided with medicated glasses without paying a kobo. Also, in support of the administration, various health programs, a group of ophthalmologists from India, in collaboration with the Rotary Club of Victoria Island, performed various eye surgeries on patients at the Lagos General Hospitals.
Better, I can see very well. You know, before it's like where you are in Hamatan period, where you cannot see in a distance. I can only see things, only this one. I can only see things few, but this one nothing at all. But now with this, it's only yesterday they operated, and I can see very well. I know you. I know what you are putting on now.
She's packed what has happened now? I have done the operation this morning. I thank God. Myself, I have been very, very happy.
9 years old. Well, it's for months I did not see clearly, and that's why I had my operation Friday to Tuesday. I did this eye on Tuesday, and I did the second eye 8th of this month.
I don't want to do the operation because it was expensive, so my mom brought me here and they did all put it on me.
One other area the administration is surely, passionately, but subtly creating indirect impact is in ensuring that those who implement its various policies and programs are quite abreast of situations and versed to perform their responsibilities, are given adequate training. The idea is that for the Lagos Public Service to meet the aspirations and continually be responsive to the yearnings of the modern society, as well as pursue the vision of the administration, it must be properly harnessed and channeled. By May 2005, there were close to 45,000 labor force in the state government, with the post-primary teachers numbering almost half of the total number. Several training programs are conducted to improve areas of efficiency and effectiveness. Between May 2004 and February 2005, a sum of 56 million naira was spent for training. The several well-defined human resources development programs are meant for both junior and senior members of staff. Perhaps no area of governance of the Bola Tinubu administration reflects more commitment, more determination, and more success than the revenue generation and collection. By May year 2005, the state was generating an average of 3.5 billion naira monthly, a far cry from the situation in 1999, which was only 600 million naira. Besides other measures to boost the internally generated revenue, the target is actually 5 billion naira per month. The administration introduced the automation of tax-related security documents and electronic tax clearance certificate. Right from the beginning, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has shown that our country needs to set a solid basis for sustainable development and the long-term well-being of the people through efforts on the rebuilding of infrastructure, initiating and implementing policies and programs to improve on the qualities of education, health, environment, housing, even justice, and alleviating poverty and raising the standard of the rural and riverine areas.
We are determined to lay a solid foundation from which the future modern state of Lagos State will be built. We are talking of a new Lagos, a Lagos State reborn, a state that is first class in its planning, in its development, in its environmental and traffic discipline, a state that can be #1 state in Africa. We need the cooperation of every one of you to achieve this goal, our goal of New Lagos.
A governor who radiates confident optimism in spite of mounting political pressures, and who has the knack for knowing how to capture the warmth and support of people. A compassionate, humane individual who courts friendship genuinely and sincerely in spite of his tough stance and doggedness. A leader who has established a reputation for coming up with innovations and whose name in the political arena today is synonymous with courage and freedom of the mind and beliefs. The last man standing, the Okonlawon, who has not only become the conscience of the progressive minds, but who, by his vision and actions, has been indexed and identified as a greater tomorrow. Quite arguably, the return of democratic governance in May 1999, after a prolonged and aborted transition program, marked a new feelings of hope and dreams among the populace. For one thing, the almost collapse of critical infrastructure and the near virtual absence of essential services before the transition made living, particularly within the highly cosmopolitan and densely populated Lagos city, very chaotic. From the health to education sector, transportation to justice, economic empowerment, youth and women development, amongst others, it was too glaring that the entire sectors were in total disorganization. Thus, the high expectations expressed by people who for long had resigned to fate due to the most excruciating government policies and programs. It's been 6 years now since that eventful change, and quite interestingly, considerable development with all sense of modesty can be seen within practically every sector of the society. Without doubt, there is no sector that has not reflected today a new and committed people's government. That is why this program is not about the usual narration of events. With every sense of commitment to public good and people's advancement, we present the sight and sound of some of the beneficiaries of the far-reaching, public-oriented, ever-dynamic, and quite responsive program of the administration of Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu in Lagos State. Indeed, this is the people's testimonial. One critical sector where considerable improvements and far-reaching innovations have been introduced is health. Through such programs as blindness prevention program, free medical services for children from age 1 to 12 and adults from 60 years and above, free antenatal services for pregnant women and others, several lives have been touched. Similarly, such innovative programs like free limb rehabilitative and corrective surgery, free surgical operations for such ailments as thyroid, fibroid, appendicitis, hernia, open heart surgery program, free medical treatment for accident victims within the first 24 hours through Lagos State Emergency Medical Services, LASEMS, including corneal transplant. The administration has given so much hope to numerous people, in short, to the underprivileged. Here are some of the beneficiaries' testimonies.
The exercise is very encouraging. I'm really proud of our state government and our U.S. brothers and sisters that are around here. In fact, I'm surprised. I never knew things could go out that way. When I saw people here, I thought this exercise would not even end up in 5 days. But here we are. Many people, quite a number of people have gone. Myself, I've gone to the General Hospital, I've registered, and I'll be going for surgical operation. It's wonderful. So I give kudos to the state government, the Lagos State Governor, as well as these brothers and sisters that have to come all the way from US down here. I praise God for everything. I'm now confident that even my vote is not lost. I'm very, very confident in our governor.
In fact, it's really great. The attempt was fine and everything was fast and easy. Thanks to Lagos State government, especially our Governor Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has done a great job, especially for women's. He tried. Thank you very much.
Ajibola. I born Damola September 26, 1994. When I was born the baby, he cannot see well. The boy has cataract.
So what happens now?
I do operation to one eye
last week Friday. Then right eye to, yesterday, 12 of.
So what will you say to the administration of Bola Tinubu?
I thank God for Bola Tinubu and India Communication do this to me. I thank God that God will save all of them and me too.
So how much did you pay for this?
I did not pay anything.
I don't even know, but quite long this one has been happening. I didn't see well, but I heard this thing from radio. I have to rush up. I thank God because.
Lagos State government has tried a lot for organizing this kind of a thing. I don't think there's any other state that will remember people who have a limb before me. But for the government, for Lagos State government to say this kind of thing should come out, in fact, we are grateful, more than grateful to Lagos State government.
For the effort I made for poor masses, those who can able to help themselves. Because I should say I'm one of them who even get it more than. My two of my children have been going up and down, struggling to make sure get their leg to where I'm supposed to be, but there's no means. But as God could do it, I only had it from my wife that there is something of that nature. I could not believe it because this is Nigeria. I said, well, let her try, but for me, I'm not coming. When she came back and told me, I was doubting until the day they said we should come down here. As I come, I find it's a reality. So I should thank God for everything. And God will bless me and bless His government.
I come purposely for the sake of the program, limbs, treatment, benefits given to the handicaps in Lagos State by Honorable Ahmed Bola Tinubu. We really commend his effort towards this program. We wish him to put more effort in this direction, and people really appreciate it. And we pray that he will be successful in all programs he is embarking on, and God will grant him a peaceful life.
That's an emotional act.
Another sector where the present administration has focused considerable attention these days, with its importance and relevance as the only reliable and cheapest means of transporting goods and services throughout the state, enormous resources have been expended on reconstruction and redevelopment of such roads as Ikotun-Igodo, Kudirat Abiola, Itirelawan Sin, Akin Adeshola, Adeola Odeku, amongst others. Recently, there was the launch of another initiative tagged Operation 1000 Roads in 90 days. All these efforts have helped in further improving the condition of several roads in all the local government areas of the state. Again, the people speak on these enormous achievements.
This road before, because this is very roundabout, too small, but now we can see they don't redo the roundabout for us. So the road is now better than before.
They affect our business by, some people who want to come in to buy our market, they don't pass here. The road scare them away, they follow the other way around. So for that, we lose some customers. So we thank God they have put it in order, and I'm sure to improve our business.
What the state government is doing, they are really trying, despite the federal government not giving allocation to Lagos State. So I think they should do their best. and they are trying better.
Before, there's gallops there, but since when they do it now, the road is very smooth and okay.
Does it contribute to your business now?
It contribute to my business because now if my customer they come, there's nothing like delay again.
The road was so congested, cars cannot park. Even we in the street, when rain fall, there are many problems we face because many dirty things is around here. So now that we have found out that government is trying to do it for us, we're happy. We are very happy in this street because the very first time they started, people are telling us that it is only federal road they will do. The local government will take care of this. But we found out that they are trying to enter the whole street around us, and we're happy. We're happy for it.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. It will improve because a lot of people even coming from Ikeja side, they do come through Soya Road. They use this our area here as a link road to go out of this place. So with the traffic coming from Ikeja, coming from Isolo, they pass through Soya through into Onimole to go out into Bode Thomas. It's a very important road, very, very important. And I'm quite sure if the government will appreciate it, they will be able to put more effort. Not only the tarring, we want the street lights to be done so that we all be safe. And we all be praying for the government that they more gives to the elbow. So that
it will help us a lot. It will help a lot of people because there's a lot of landlords, a lot of people living in the community, which they cannot even pass here. They will go and turn before they get out from this place. So the road is good. And we'll be very happy. We will thank the government for doing that.
Well, I praise the efforts of the state government for the reconstruction or mending of the roads they took off sometimes last year up to this year. It's a very beautiful action, and it gives impression to the dwellers of this town, Ekpe local government. Many of the roads have been bad for the past years, but thank God that His Excellency the governor of Lagos State took a bold step to say that the roads are motorable to both indigenous and visitors.
Dilapidated, have potholes all over. There's some bad edges, very, very, very bad, and the kind of risk passing through. But now it has been repaired. The road is very, very good, honestly. Very smooth, and there's no potholes anymore. You don't have water lots all over the place. In fact, this very point is the worst of all of them.
For now, despite the road was motorable, but it's not in good condition. Very gallopy, swampy also, especially the area I am by now. It was very swampy. But today, we thank God and we thank the government of Lagos State by providing us a good road.
Propelled by desire to equip our students with the necessary background to effectively face tomorrow's challenges, the education sector has witnessed insightful and purposeful innovations.
This is despite all odds.
The desire to provide conducive learning environment has also led to massive rehabilitation of classroom blocks. The figure stands at over 350 at the last count. Similarly, payment of WAEC and NECO fees, provision of desks and benches, supply of computers for the state's universal computer education have lifted this sector from its earlier comatose state to an attractive and challenging one.
That government, they will really be glad that they really provided computers, because we all will be computer literate.
Okay, as we have computers now in our schools, I know the state governments, they are trying, they are doing their best. Because as they provide computer for us in Ekpe Grammar School now, we've not had that privilege to have any computer in our school at all. So as they provide this computer now, we have access, to learn more about computers, to learn more about it. We know how to operate it, and will not be a computer literate.
And then we have the same access to, those who are in private school, their parents pay a lot of money to make sure that they get a good education. But for we that are in public school, we thank God that our governments are trying, they're doing their best, and so we have equal rights to study, to study perfectly and okay.
Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu came in. He has really tried to put in his best to ensure that the children of Lagos State have the best within the constraints of government force. In spite of the fact that you have most nationalities, as we can put it in inverted commas, in Lagos State, I mean from the various states, you can see all the classes very crowded or what have you, but he still tries his best to provide furniture to the best of his ability, and he has promised that he's going to do better. And look at it, he's also paying for WAEC fees. Initially it was 1,000 something, but now it's 2,850 for WAEC and 2,007 for NECO. Although he has dropped out of NECO, but he's still doing for WAEC, and he's going to pay practicals and everything for them. And I would say that with the little amount that he has at his disposal also, he is really giving education a good focus.
There is no disputing the fact that he's done some things that even past many of the past rulers of Lagos State have not done. I mean, look at these Millennium Classroom blocks. This is the first of its kind in Lagos State. In fact, in any part of the country anyway. And I think that's quite an achievement, because if you look at the kind of rickety classrooms that our children attend classes in Lagos State, most of them are so dilapidated that they are no longer in vogue. So this is the kind of thing that any state should do for the citizens.
Of similar importance is the commitment of the administration to youth and women empowerment. This is evident in the enormous transformation that has been recorded in the provision of vocational centers and the number of peoples that have benefited.
We've gained a lot. Because now I can do soap on my own. I can do Vaseline on my own. It's a very great experience.
Before coming here, you have experience because they taught us many things. For example, they taught us how to do ear cream, Vaseline, and different types of soap.
Despite the cosmopolitan status, most part of the state still falls under rural areas. As a result, rural development projects like boreholes and mini waterworks, installation of transformers, rural feeder roads, including assistance to community development committees, have been stepped up. This effort has resulted in the reduction of rural to city migration, while at the same time brought about improvement in standard of living in the rural areas.
In fact, we are more than grateful to the government of Senator Ahmed Asiwaju Tinubu, in the sense that without power on the farm, there is limitation to what you can do. To a very large extent, you need power to operate boreholes, to power water. You need it to operate machines to produce livestock feeds. So hitherto we had concentrated on cropping, but the land is vast, losing its value because of year in, year out of usage. And Lagos State does not have comparative advantage when we're talking about land. So the land that is available has to be judiciously used. So that's why we are so much appreciative of the government concerning this electricity, so that we can begin now to do agriculture as it is practiced in advanced countries. You can imagine if anybody stays around this place when it is 6:37, the whole place is dark, so no activity can take place. But with electricity on, you find out that people can walk overnight.
We are in the total darkness, but thank God that He has turned this community to a day moonlight, and for this, it is beyond human being imagination.
This is just one out of the so many projects that have been done by this present administration. We now have a millennium school there that by next week that also will be open. If you go through our roads now, they are tarred by His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The state government that this electrification is no more a pipe dream. It's no more a tall dream for us. It's a dream accomplished, and we are very grateful.
Well, in Basemo here, we, the people that reside in Tuaga community, we have benefited by the project of mini water scheme that is provided for us. In fact, the people of this community are so delighted when this water project was installed here, and it has in no little way helped them to be able to gather themselves, especially as it concerns water. Water is very important. You can see some of the dwelling houses here, some do have water, but majority of them don't have water. So it has benefited them tremendously.
From the foregoing, therefore, one thing is clear, and that is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration is in tune with realities of the time. Pointedly, the administration has proved itself that it is truly a responsible and proactive one, with focus and intention on programs which have significantly touched people's lives. It is not gainsaying, therefore, the fact that this present administration is totally committed to uplifting the standard of living of Lagosians.